Are you looking to verify an electrician's credentials in New Jersey, or perhaps pursuing an electrician's career and need to check licensing requirements? This guide is your one-stop solution. Today, we're diving straight into a topic that literally impacts the safety of our homes, yet somehow flies completely under the radar until, it's too late. Whether you're hiring someone to wire up a brand new kitchen or maybe you're strapping on the tool belt yourself, verifying these credentials isn't just paperwork. It is the absolute foundation of ensuring safety and compliance. It's a real game changer for your peace of mind.
So, here's our quick roadmap for today's explainer. We'll cover the importance of licensing, how to actually look up those New Jersey licenses, interpreting your results, earning a license, maintaining them, and then wrap up with a final review.
Okay, let's jump right into Section 1. The importance of licensing, ensuring safety and compliance.
Everything actually starts right here, with the New Jersey Board of Examiners of Electrical Contractors. Now, operating under the Division of Consumer Affairs, this specific board is the sole administrative body you, or your contractor, will be interacting with. They're the ultimate gatekeepers. They set the standards, they administer the exams, and they take public safety incredibly seriously. To put this into perspective, think about a scenario where a homeowner hires an unverified worker, right? And that worker unknowingly installs a 20-amp receptacle on 14-gauge wire. Behind the drywall, totally out of sight, that mistake slowly creates a massive hidden fire hazard over a matter of months. This is exactly why the board actively prosecutes unlicensed work. Plus, fun fact, a licensed contractor brings a mandatory $1,000 surety bond and extensive liability insurance. That's financial protection you completely lose if you're paying someone under the table.
Moving right along to Section 2, looking up New Jersey licenses, our step-by-step guide.
The best part? You don't need a special login or some high-level clearance for this. You simply visit the New Jersey Division of Consumer Affairs online portal and navigate over to their real-time license verification system. From there, just select the electrical license type and type in the name or the license number of the contractor you're looking to hire. Boom! Just 4 simple clicks.
But here's the crucial detail you really need to know. The difference between the two search tabs you'll see. You've got Person Search versus Business Search. New Jersey uses this dual-track framework. So use the Person Search to find an individual worker's credentials, like an apprentice or a journeyman. But, and this is a big but, if you are hiring a company to work on your house, you absolutely must use the Business Search. Only a properly registered business with an active business permit and an official New Jersey pressure seal is legally allowed to pull municipal permits and sign contracts.
Now for Section 3, interpreting your search results and what to look for.
Once you hit search, you want to confirm 4 main things. First, the status literally has to say active. Second, check that the expiration date hasn't passed. All licenses in New Jersey renew on a 3-year cycle. Third, verify that the business name on the screen is an exact match to the company you're actually dealing with. And finally, take a close look for any disciplinary history. Seriously, a history of consumer complaints or board enforcement actions should absolutely give you pause, even if the registration technically says it's active.
So what happens if you type in the name and the license just isn't showing up at all? Well, first off, don't panic. Double-check your spelling and make absolutely sure you're in the correct search tab. Like I mentioned earlier, checking for a business when you're in the Person tab is going to yield 0 results. It's also possible their license expired and lapsed into an inactive or suspended status. Now, if you checked all that and they still don't show up, that is a massive red flag. Do not let them perform work on your property.
Let's dive into Section 4, earning an electrician license, demystifying the requirements.
Now that we know how to find a pro, you might be wondering, what does it actually take to get onto that state registry? Well, it turns out it takes a massive amount of practical experience. We're talking 8,000 hours of hands-on apprentice experience. That is essentially 4 straight years of working directly with tools in the field under the direct supervision of a licensed contractor, really learning the physical reality of the trade.
But hey, field experience alone isn't enough. The state formally recognizes that, well, you can't exactly visually see electrons flowing through a wire, right? So on top of those 8,000 field hours, candidates have to complete a minimum of 576 formal classroom hours. This is where they learn the complex electrical physics, the mathematics, and the strict codes required to keep our buildings safe.
Add that all up, and it takes a minimum of 5 years to become a licensed electrical contractor in New Jersey. And get this, that's just to qualify to take the test. After those 5 years, candidates still have to pass a rigorous, multi-part PSI examination that tests their trade knowledge, alarm systems expertise, and their mastery of business and law. It is definitely no walk in the park.
All right, moving to Section 5, maintaining and renewing licenses, staying current.
Earning the license is really just the beginning of the journey. To keep their active status, contractors have to renew their license every 3 years by March 31st. And I found out this includes 34 hours of continuing education. That's broken down into 24 general hours, 1 hour dedicated specifically to New Jersey laws, and 9 absolutely crucial hours focused entirely on the most recent updates to the National Electrical Code.
And this brilliantly illustrates just how serious the board is about public safety. That 9 hours of code, plus the hour of state law, makes up a foundational 10-hour block. Because the National Electrical Code dictates physical, literal life and death safety standards, the board explicitly mandates that those 10 hours cannot, I repeat, cannot be taken online. They have to be completed in person, physically navigating that codebook under an approved instructor.
Okay, bringing it home with Section 6, final review and disclaimer. Wrapping up.
So let's recap our key takeaways. Never forget that unlicensed contracting isn't just illegal, it is inherently dangerous to your property and your family. Always use the Division of Consumer Affairs online portal to run that quick 4-step verification. And remember to use the business search for contracting companies. When you see that active license pop up, you now know the immense dedication, 5 years, 8,000 field hours, and ongoing classroom education that professional had to achieve just to step foot onto your property.
Before we wrap up entirely, please note, this video is intended for informational purposes only. While we strive for accuracy, licensing regulations may change, and viewers should verify current requirements with the official New Jersey licensing authorities. So my final question to you is this: have you ever actually checked the credentials of someone working on your home? And if not, are you going to start now? Let us know. If this explainer helped you answer that, please like, comment, and subscribe for more informative content. Thanks for joining us.